Good morning. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Psychic Brunch with Laura Daligan and me, Inbaal. Psychic Brunch, also known as
Second Breakfast.
Second Breakfast.
Yes.
Everything needs a couple of names. So we see here we've got Laura Daligan and also lauradaligan.com, two very important names. Inbaal Honigman, Inbaal.com. Psychic Brunch.
Names. Yes. Second breakfast. It's a second coffee, not second breakfast, but we'll...
Wow, you're so on top of your life. Well done. I'm staring at the first coffee, waiting for it to get a little bit cooler. But also there's, my other friends are here.
Yes, you brought I say lubricants. That's strange, but yes.
Yeah, no, I've always, even when I worked like in shops, I used to sell in shops, loved it. I would always have like an energy drink, a water, and a hot drink, just just in case, like a fun cold drink, fun hot drink. I was like so massively underpaid, so that was sort of quite an investment, but it was very, very important. We've got some lovely hellos from
morning, everybody.
Dahlia Rose. Morning, Dahlia Rose. Snowy blessings from Sweden.
Snowy Sweden.
Oh. Sandy is saying hello, blessings.
Morning,
and
Sandy.
Nigel is greeting us as well. Thank you so much. How was your morning, Laura? Have you been busy already?
Yes. I was up writing. I've got a deadline, and Aries. Well, no, let's not blame Aries. Let's just point the finger right here.
Don't want to put any. But it is Aries. It is Aries, isn't it? Because the deadline exists. The work can be done. Yeah. Why not put them together?
Exactly. I always think of that. Don't know. Was it the film Shakespeare in Love when they're asking like Shakespeare, where is the play? In here. Safely in here. And I kind of think, where's the book? In here. Safely in here.
We have the book. All we need to do to access the book is do this. This doesn't look hard. So the deadline.
So that is what I've been doing. And even though I do need a deadline to make me do things, I really, really do. But this, there's always a bit of a. So that's me. I've lost a little bit of my faculties through it all.
Yeah. I think concentrating is such a skill, and some people have it just like without sort of needing to think about it. And then if concentrating is not like part of your natural skill set, it is quite draining.
Yeah, I think it takes me a while. When I'm into something, then I'll get obsessed and I won't stop until 2 a.m, which is what happened sort of last night. And then getting back into it again is like a job of like getting the engine wanting to get back in. But yeah. Dahlia
Rose says, what is your book about, Laura? What is your book about?
The runes. It's about the runes. So I'm really excited. Like I'm really, really excited about it. I'm loving it. And like, like everything we do, I can't just do it a light version. Even though there's a tight deadline, I have to dive in full percent and get everything that possibly can get from it. So it is like an initiation every day, working with them in such an intense way. When you're writing about, like when we do the tarot and we teach the tarot, even though how many years, it's still an initiation each time you dive into it, isn't it? As you know more than anyone.
I am so excited about having your book in the display case, because the runes have been something that I've always enjoyed, but I don't think I understand them so well because not everybody explains like how you explain things. You explain things like I'm 5, which is, the exact way to get information across.
Absolutely. Morning, people. And absolutely. And I mean, I've done loads of work with Maggie and Rose over the years. And, I have her to thank for opening that door, because you can look at runes and just go, they are just lines.
Yeah.
And then you can look at them and go, oh my God, it's like I'm diving into the mysteries of the universe. I'm experiencing time and space. And you come back out and go, just a line.
That's incredible, because you've used runes in your art.
Yeah.
Forever, for at least as long as I've known you, possibly longer. Yeah. In your teens.
Probably. Not even knowing what I was doodling, I think, things are,
Yeah, because there's always some runes in the background or hidden into your artwork. You have a whole line of rune
Actually, I'm wearing my
Hello.
Norns jumper today, my Nornir jumper, because I'm writing about the Norns in a bit, so I thought I'd get into the spirit of.
That's beautiful. If anyone wants to get a hold of your art or of
Yes.
your clothes, how do they do it? I'm typing.
Oh,
Tell
yeah.
me.
I mean, if you go to my link tree, which is Laura Redwich, it's got all the links to my clothes store and my art store, or you can just put in lauradaligan-art.com. So that should be, but link tree gets me to you can go to the clothes shop, the art shop, the reading shop, whatever you want to do.
Brilliant.
So
I'm
yeah,
going
but yeah,
to
this is a
put it
jumper
up
you
as
can
a
have.
message for everyone.
Thank
Laura
you. Thank you.
Redwich,
Yes.
Linktree. Easy to remember because Laura
Exactly.
Red.
Has red. There's a witch. There's a
Yeah,
tree.
exactly.
That's
If I had to rebrand,
it.
it would be Inbaal Sandwich. Such a subtle joke, and look how much we enjoyed it.
Brings me joy. It brings me joy. I'm gone
That's
now.
why I like writing for tabloids, because I'm such a wizard of idiocy.
Just a wizard. A genius, I would say.
A genius of ridiculousness. Um, also, if anybody wants like a special love letter to them, and there's a special word that you want me to sort of get into an article,
Oh my
you
God, that would
get
be amazing. Yeah.
get it in there. Now we've actually got, believe it or not, we've actually got a topic that we want to get into today. But while we're checking out the topic and while we're enjoying chit chatting with all of you, there will also be readings. Laura, really your call. Do you want us to do the readings as we go? Do you want us to put the readings to one side and put them towards the end of the show? What are you in the
Let's
mood
do it as we
for?
go, maybe, shall we? Should we do it as
Yeah.
we go? That feels friendly.
I think when your faculties are a little bit lost, it's actually a reading that you can do
Yeah.
without
Yeah.
having to engage anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're starting with Divine Goddess straight off, and she says, "May I have a career reading, please?"
Lots of cards are vying for attention for your career. Let's have a look. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Do you want to go or shall I go? What would you prefer to go?
Why don't you start, because there's somebody that needs deleting in the comments, and I can't find how to delete a Twitch comment.
Okay, I don't know. So I will
Yeah, go for it.
do the reading. So, Divine Goddess, what is coming up for your work, for your career? Initially is what might seem like a disappointment, what might seem like something where you just feel exhausted, where you feel blocked, where you feel like, you know what, I don't know if this is the right path for me, is absolutely a blessing. So the Five of Pentacles can be like a turning point, because we realize either we're over worrying about something or we're focusing energy on something that isn't actually good for us. There's something that happens at this time where you just transform. So you've got the Strength card there, and then also the Two of Wands that come from this. So the Strength card is you claiming, sorry, I'm trying to get with the light so you can actually see the pretty colors on the lion, and there's a rose there. So you've gone from maybe, and also it's interesting, actually, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing there's a rose in this and there's a rose in the lion's mouth. He's just taken that rose and gone, this is mine, I claim it. So there is something here about you claiming power, you claiming something with your career at the moment. Maybe you're what's the word when you're kind of doing your business, so people can reinventing, revamping. There is something about you approaching things in a different way. And even if you've been feeling a bit naff about it recently, or something's really hit you in some way, you are not in any way, shape or form, Divine Goddess, letting that stop you, upset you. Quite the opposite. There's something that's transforming you and opening new doors. You're going to be on such an exciting path. So it feels like claim that energy, grab that rose, go for it. Paths are opening up for you.
I love the rose for a career reading.
Yes.
And what I've got kind of supports it from this side. So I've got a lot of lotuses, which is already like a lovely, lovely start. But it says to you, do you know, you are kind of trying to choose between the path that brings a little bit more cash in the bank and the path that is a little bit more aligned. You know what the right choice is. you know what the right choice is. You know that at the very, very end of your life, when you're sitting, next to me in that chair, in my imagination, we all end up in the same nursing home talking tarot.
Excellent.
So, yeah. Yeah, I've been talking to the kids about it since they were born. You put everybody with all the tarot in front of that table. So when you get to the end of your life, divine goddess, you're not going to think, gosh, I really wish I had more money in the bank right now. You would think, I wish I had more rewarding experiences. And so it says here, when you're trying to choose between the thing that is more fun and the thing that is more money, nothing is exactly the way it is. Nothing turns out exactly the way that you planned it anyway. So if the thing that's just meant to bring more money, it's not going to be fun, ends up being a bit of a disappointment, that is devastating because it was no fun and it's not as much money as you wanted. If the thing that was supposed to be like loads of fun ends up being loads of fun, but really with some hiccups here and there, it would still have been loads of fun. And it says you're such an aligned person. You're such a heart-centered person. So that connects with the rose that Laura had for you. You're such a heart-centered person. Go with what the heart says. That's the right direction. And then when you're going with what the heart says, you can't lose. Totally impossible to lose. Exactly. Loving it. Doris says, hi. Aquarian Mermaid says, so excited, caught you guys live. Many blessings.
We are happy that you are here. Thank you.
Oh, I love your picture so much, Mermaid. It's tangled. It's the tangled princess. And it's so good. I can sing it like in 2 languages.
Excellent.
It's so good. With her, I don't know what he is, like a gherkin of some description. No, like smaller. Gecko?
Oh. Okay, cool. Yeah.
So awesome. He's wearing a little dress that she made him because it's hard for her to like fill the days. Emrys is sending us a sun and a heart. Let's put that side by side with what we had from Dahlia earlier with the snow. Look, we have the sun and the heart and snowy and the heart. The sophistication of
the things that make us happy is this.
It's really unparalleled. Towards paralleled and good thing. Parallel says that's me with Frozen 2 languages. My Nobby adores it. And Nobby is an animal.
Okay, good. Oh, I mean, whatever adores it is good.
But really, it's Pascal the chameleon. Is it a chameleon? Oh, yeah, he does change colors sometimes. Yes, that's true. We've got a couple of reading requests, which we're going to do. But really, we did have a topic, and we do have a topic, and our topic is dreams. Dreams. So if you want to share some of your dreams as we're kind of going into the dark part of the year, the nights are longer, unless you're watching us from Australia. Hi. Hello from the Netherlands. Hi.
Hey,
my ancestors. The nights are getting longer. You are hopefully spending longer dreaming. What are you dreaming about? How are things changing for you? Would you like us to share our dreams? Clue, maybe not so much, but but share yours. I will if I have to, but it's not good.
I just got quite nice ones. Like the last couple. Sometimes when I get horse riding on a Wednesday, I always dream in the hours before I wake up about the horse that I'm going to ride. And then when because I've got my favourite, obviously, my Ernie. But then they try to put in a variety of horses so you get a good experience. You don't hog one horse and say, but I love them. And I often dream of my Ernie, but I'll dream about early hours of Wednesday morning with the horse, and I'll go and go, yeah, I dreamed I was riding her, and they're like, really, Laura, again? I'm like, yeah, I know. Chatting with the horses in the morning, like who's having polos today?
Just because it's not believable doesn't mean it's not true.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it is. I dreamt that one. Dreamt that. They just look at me like, okay.
Yeah. Sandy is down the road, Laura, from Devon. You could go riding together.
Devon. Beautiful Devon. And you've got horses because you've got a horsey at the symbol. You're the Dartmoor vibes. Lovely, Sandy. I love your profile picture as well. That is beautiful.
It's wonderful. Have you got an artwork like that?
I'm always drawing outward beings. Yes, always.
Yeah. No, you've got a big bluey one like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so not arty. There's a big bluey one.
I do have a big bluey one like that. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Nigel says, how are you both doing today? How are you doing today?
Thanks, Nigel. Yeah, I'm good. How are you? Inbaal, you good?
Oh, yeah, no, me, I'm great.
I wasn't waiting for Nigel.
No, I'm fabulous today. Had a nice big breakfast, did a lot of typing in the morning, submitted all the things that needed submitting. I've got the kind of day where I don't have any downtime, and don't tell anyone, but I love it. I love it so much where I've got like no leeway because I'm Pisces. If you give me leeway, I'm going to grab it and I'm going to leeway out of it for hours. So having a day with like no leeway where it's all kind of, it's perfection. It's perfection. It's come to the time of year where I've got to do like all the predictions for next year. And I love living in the future. I love kind of planning and dreaming and manifesting and creating it. So yeah, I've just had a request from one of the daily papers going, can you do us an exclusive horoscope? And I was like, I can do you a horoscope. I can't do an exclusive anything because everybody's got my horoscope. I actually put, it's not going to be exclusive in the hope that, they'll understand. They'll understand. They'll figure it out. But yeah, Dora says we'd get taken off air if I shared my recent dreams.
Maybe it's not for second breakfast time.
Yeah. Exactly. Second supper. And Sandy Black is saying, thank you. And there's another user that I just banned. So let's do a couple of readings while you guys type up your messages for us.
Your dreams. Yes,
I'm scrolling up the reading request. So interestingly, from Dahlia Rose, she says, may I have a health reading, please?
Of course you can. Or which deck? Which deck wants to come? Let's have a look. You want to go start while I'm still thinking about it?
Yeah, let me jump in because it says that your energy is sort of very sparkly, very positive, very, very, very strong, very powerful on the outside. It looks like on the inside. Are you going through some hormonal changes at the moment? Because it says that there are some things that are better out than in. So if you have a medical team that advises you to like remove something, I'm thinking yes. Now, obviously, I'm not here to sort of tell you what to do with your health, but it shows a knife being raised, a blade being raised, and it says that there is something that could do that'd be better in the bin than being carried inside of you. And I feel like that is either hormonal or something that has grown and is kind of suspect, but not like the bad thing. And the fact that you appear so sprightly and vivacious on the outside can kind of hide what goes on the inside. So if you've got appointments for any kind of internal imaging, absolutely go, absolutely 100% go. I don't feel like it's something that requires removal, but I feel like it's something where you'll be able to kind of live your full vivacious self if you did go ahead with, with bidding, whatever it is. Let us know. Laura, what have you got there?
Yeah, it's interesting. Oops, such tiny cards. I'm not used to using tiny cards. But yeah, I kind of feel like the last card I've got, the Two of Swords, kind of almost enacts what you were saying and seeing as well. So that's the Two of Swords there. But the first got the two, so the choices, the Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords have come up with the Ace of Cups in the middle, the most healing and beautiful and bright card. So that lovely, sparkly, vivacious energy is there. And also, I feel like whatever you're doing for your health right now is you're choosing the right things for you. And you may be changing routines, changing foods, changing things that you're doing with your day. It's because you're choosing yourself. And I know that we often kind of run around, choose everybody else, and then go, why do I feel so crap? It's like, no, okay, let's actually come back here, choose you. I love this. I should change the lights in here because the Two of Pentacles is just really beautiful. There's a butterfly, it's emerging. There's this kind of beautiful colors. So I feel like whatever you're coming into, even more of a vivacious, beautiful, bright time from all of this shifting energy that's coming in. Ace of Cups is, there's something you're doing for yourself which is helping. If it could be literally drinking more water, to manifestation, to visualizing, to clearing, and maybe some appointments to kind of just get things back balanced on track also feel good. But it feels like you're already there, you're already making those changes, and you're going to come into a phase of real like blossoming in such a beautiful way. So yay.
Yeah, I love that you said blossoming because these have blossoms on them as well. Oh, so that's beautiful. Thank you so much for trusting us with such a big question, Dahlia Rose. And I really hope that resonates. We've got a question from Thor who says, may I ask, should I keep pursuing psychic day-to-day work or put it on the back burner to pursue other stuff for now? Thanks. Love the red ticker. Yeah, look, your name is in red as well. I tried to match
with everything that's red on this screen. It gives me joy.
I tried to match your coloring, but you've got so many different shades going on there with the light and everything.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you.
Quite fitted, but I'll keep trying.
I love it.
So, pursuing psychic or put it on the.
So I'm using different cards for this. I'm using some spirit animal cards because I thought, why not? I'm just going to change this light because I really want you to be able to see. It's too bright. I'm sure that's not really helping, but anyway, I just blinded myself now, so I don't know. I'm staring at the light. I just see lights.
Yeah, so, don't go into the light, Laura.
Gone to the light.
Don't go into the light. No, stay with us.
Okay. So you got a heron, which is patience and finding stillness. I wouldn't throw, they say the baby out with the bathwater. Patience and actually mastery of. I really love watching herons because they're so still, and there's a mastery of air, of water, of earth with them. And there's this maybe urge to just go, it's just not working right now. But I'll just read you what it says on the card. It says, create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently toward your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So if this is something that is important to you through this work, if it truly is, there's no pushing either way, like whatever makes you happy, then find a way to shift your schedule, the way you're working that suits you. If it's not quite what you want to do now, then find the thing that is your main focus. But if you care about it and want to do it, I do not think you have to throw it out or even put it on the back burner. But there's a way of you're going to step into this new year with your work that will be shifted, renewed, and maybe even a different energy within yourself. There's more confidence and power coming within yourself. Like when you're watching a heron, they look pretty like in their power. And I just feel that's what is coming in for you. What did you get in that?
Right. So I literally sort of took front burner, back burner. Which one wins? Have it at the forefront, have it at the back. And even though they're really similar, we've got Queen of Wands, we've got Prince of Swords, Queen of Wands, Prince of Swords. They're really similar. I feel like the fiery one is more resonant with the answer, which is keeping it at the front. Now, the fact that they're really similar means that it's not as crucial a question as you think it is right now. If it has to go on the back burner, it will survive. However, this card speaks of transformation and the changes that you experience as a person, the growth that is necessary for you to, to keep plowing, to keep pushing ahead. exists in your interaction with your psychic work. Your day-to-day psychic work is what keeps you balanced. So it's still got to be part of the bigger picture, exactly like Laura said, not to throw the baby out with the bathwater. It still needs to happen. If there are elements of it that need changing, absolutely. If you're thinking, well, I'm not going to work for these people, or I'm not picking up the tarot now for a year and I'm going to stick with just other methods, or if you're saying it's going to be nighttime only or daytime only, whatever the change is very valid. Is is in fact wonderful. Nothing more reassuring than change, because the story of this queen is that she used to be in the shadows, and next to her was I want to say panther, but I never say it right.
Cheetah or leopard? Leopard.
It's leopard now. It used to
Oh,
be.
sorry, yeah.
It used to be like a black cat, like a
Black cat,
panther.
black
Would that be
yeah.
panther? Puma?
You get black leopards. Can get black leopards. Sorry, gonna
Oh, can ya? Oh no, this is new. Now I'm so happy. I didn't know that. Me and the Google and the black leopards. While I do lunch, I Google things to bring happiness, and that's and then
there's an amazing story about a black leopard that you can Google that met an animal communicator and turned everything around. It was absolutely amazing. I advise everybody to not met it like in the jungle, like the person who owned the black leopard called it Diablo, and it got it from, and it was a demonish like leopard, but it was obviously misunderstood, and the animal communicator came in and changed the whole animal, and it's just a beautiful story. So yeah, anyway, on with your reading.
That is beautiful. No, I love that so much. That could be next week's topic. But yeah, the story of and all of next year. But yeah, the story is that she has undergone enlightenment, and her companion have undergone enlightenment, and that's why she's represented in the colors of the sun. We're not going to fully sidestep the sort of pale colors as positive and dark colors as negative, sort of disgusting dichotomy. We acknowledge it, it exists in the tarot that was painted 100 years ago, and just sort of look at it from the point of view of enlightenment. But this comes for you for your psychic work. It brings enlightenment to you, and the things that you struggle with within the psychic work, their job is to change. The change is not like a side effect. The change is, the actual dish. Whereas putting it on the back burner is still absolutely fine and will make you feel less tethered, will make you feel less obligated, but is also going to detach you from some of those processes that you will then need to recapture from a different direction, from a different career. Sorry, that was like such a simple question. 25-minute answer. I'm so sorry. I really hope that that it helped, that it made sense.
I love it. Absolutely. And it's also like talking about the tarot and sharing stories about it's nice as well, isn't it? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
And about leopards, obviously. Oh, it's
yeah. So Taurus says, oh, have I got it? Thank you so much. Seems super spot on. Oh, Simeon says, I saw that video with a leopard. It's amazing. Thank you. It really
is. Simeon. It's quite a breathtaking story of how the real transformation with an animal that was badly treated, told that it was evil, given evil names, and then was just got through the animal communicator to be a very happy, friendly rescue animal. It was just obviously in a center, in a safari center. It wasn't like in a pet. It was just wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, do you know, Taurus says, interesting, you blinded yourself. I'm photosensitive. So yeah, that was a great match.
Thanks.
Moon Moggy John says, very humbly,
morning, John.
Had a great reading last time, so should be good for a while.
Oh, good to hear. I'm glad. Morning, John. Hope you're well.
Amazing. And Dahlia Rose says, thank you. Blossoming sounds amazing. Yes, hormonal. I'm in the menopause. waving at you. Will probably soon join you there. Keep keep a warm seat for me, or actually keep a cool seat for me.
Keep a cool seat.
Keep a cool seat for me. Tor says, now, just so that everybody on all the different platforms is aware, I have now lost control of the messages, so I'm doing my best. Don't worry if you have to send something twice to catch my eye. I am no longer in control of the messages. There's a lot, and I want to give the same attention to everybody. Yeah, let's keep doing my best. So we've got a couple of questions, a couple of statements, messages about dreams. Tora says, I do often dream that I'm playing video games that I play in the waking hours, though nothing specific or different to how it is when I do actually play. Do you win more when you play, or do you maybe acquire new skills, when you play, which will then play out in real life? I can't think of examples, but I've certainly had dreams where I would do like menial things, but then kind of in waking life be better at them because I've been, practicing.
That's cool. I love that you get extra hours of practicing of all these tasks at night time.
I know, but like you ride horses in your dreams, and I'm trying to figure out a new laptop. I feel I feel like it's not super fair. But then I am scared of horses, so maybe.
Yeah, it could be a bit of funny. I always friend zone myself in dreams. That's like, you have these like really raunchy dreams. I always friend zone myself and go, I kind of go, well, they wouldn't fancy me. And literally go, Laura, it's a dream.
Yeah. In the dream, you are like the most appealing person, and also in real life. But yeah, oh wow.
No, I am blocking myself even in my dreams. Like, wow, Laura, let it go.
What a conversation to have, perhaps with a qualified therapist, if anybody's watching. Yeah. What does that mean? Well, we all know what it means, but the qualified therapist has worked very, very hard for many years and got lots of diplomas so that they can say it to you in a nicer way. We've got a question, a relevant question from Aquarian Mermaid, not relevant for your relationship with yourself, but relevant for the dreams.
Nothing for that.
Saying if we have any ideas to help with remembering dreams at all. Shoots.
Yeah, no, it is a bit of a practice. It is, you'll get the odd day where you remember and you go, great. And then you'll be like a month and you won't remember anything, because it is a practice. We'll be good at everything once in a while. But if we don't take that and go, okay, how am I going to work on this? Then it doesn't often stick. So it's not a hard practice, but it is a little bit of discipline. So get a notebook by your bed. No matter what time you wake up, if you can, just scrawl something on that piece of paper. Just scrawl something about that dream. Or the moment you wake up when the alarm goes off, if possible, or whenever you wake up naturally, before you look at your phone, if possible. I know that people come and chat to you and all these sort of things can happen, but if you can just write down, because when we wake up, it's like a gateway that you've got a little bit of time before the doors start to close. If you catch the dream before the gates close, you can go back into it. You'll remember more than you even thought you did when you woke up. But if we don't, we might just get minutes. So the sooner after you wake up, you can start kind of just writing it down, or you can record it into your phone. You can speak if you're not much of a first, thing in the morning writer. Just go blah 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 blah. Just get it off your chest. But the idea is, the more you do that, not only will you remember more, you get to go back in and see things from a different angle. It's really, really helpful. And you can do things like having crystals by your bed, maybe dream kits where there's maybe certain scents that will kind of really inspire your dreams, certain teas before bed that relax you and encourage dreaming. But nothing can be better than a bit of just making sure you record it the minute you wake up. Then you get like a really nice catalogue of your dreams, and you will be able to understand the language of what your subconscious is telling you more. But then saying that, I'm sometimes a terror at recording them myself as well. So, we can't always be winners with it.
Absolutely. And, you say like a wonderful catalogue of your dreams. I'm thinking, sometimes a mortifying catalogue of dreams.
Mortifying catalogue, yeah.
Based on a true story. I would add to it that you can ask your dreams to come, or you can ask, whatever entity brings you your dreams, you can ask for them. And then it'll be, I think, in the dream life easier to recognize and to remember and to notice the details when you've already had the deal that it would come. I
Absolutely.
stopped recording dreams because when you record dreams, you also become much more open to lucid dreaming. And then that's a dream where you get to have control over what happens, which sounds like a lot of fun, but dream is a world where, you could fall from top of a building, have a dragon come and eat you, depending on how well balanced you are in your waking life. Again, based on true story. So lucid dreaming, I hate, despise it. And when you do lucid dreaming, you also become a much, much better manifester. But still, it's kind of, it's a sacrifice worth making sometimes, not all the times. But the relationship between the waking you and the sleeping you becomes stronger through the kind of keeping of a dream diary. And so it's one of the ways of sort of in general strengthening your ethereal body so that you in general become more magical. You can kind of tell which people have good relationships with their dreams.
Yes. Yeah.
And not the same as which people have good relationships, because it's actually like opposite. The stronger you are with yourself, the less you're willing to to accept crumbs from people.
No crumbs.
Moon Moggy Jones says, Laura, in brackets, you both are gorgeous. No therapy needed. Therapy is great. Therapy is good for everybody.
Thank
Guys
you,
and
John.
girls, spread
yeah,
the words. But thank
it
you.
is good. Yeah, thank you.
I've got a couple of questions on the side. So let me tell you, whoever's listening, I've got Aquarian Mermaids question that I put in my question folder, and I've got Eve's question that I put in my question folder. So I've got those. If your question hasn't been mentioned just exactly now by me or hasn't been answered, please send again. Because control is a thing of the past. Just flashing this up again, Laura Redwich, Linktree for all the readings, all the art. And have you got a course starting now? Have you got your retreat?
Well, yeah, next week I've got an online retreat with the Winter Mothers, which is a really beautiful 9-day space where we just go into that kind of cozy heart of winter, and there's meditations, there's journeys. So it's not too much work. You haven't got to do loads of, it's just creating a safe, magical space to remember the magic of really wise old Christmases, rather than if we're getting into the panic of shopping and it feels like you've missed out on all of the magic. It's a lovely space to reconnect. So it's the third year I've run the Winter Mothers retreat. It's full of old goddesses and animals and wild woods, and it makes me happy.
Amazing. So everybody, Laura Redwich on the Linktree. Woo!
Okay, what directions?
You got the direction right. It's harder this way because it's opposite. Aquarian Mermaid says, I'd love to ask for a general if possible, if there's anything spirit want me to do, only if there's time.
Of course, Aquarian Mermaid.
There is plenty of time. I say this, but there's some time for sure. A little general is always fun, isn't it? It's like a little check-in to see what goes on.
Ooh. Sound effects included.
Yeah. You hitting it? Shall I hit it? Who's hitting first?
Well, you go.
You sure?
Yeah.
Right. I've got like super, super interesting. It's showing an indecision. And I think it's an indecision between who you want to be. So look how interesting it is. And really sort of for everybody that does tarot, whether all the time or some of the time, look how interesting it came up. So I love a 3-card reading for almost anything. I think it gives you like a nice, tasty overview. And on the one side, we've got the Hanged Man, and he's there alone and naked and kind of upside down. And on this side, we've got the Magician. He's like almost alone and naked, and he's chilled the way he is. And right in the middle of it, we have this indecision. And you're like, which naked guy am I? And do you know what I mean? And you're trying to kind of decide, maybe a big question like on your identity, whether the past you that was a little bit passive and waiting for the right moment is who you are, or whether the future you that you want to be, who is juggling and looking at all the options and very, very hyper, which one you are. And the question is, and the answer is, it's really fine for you to be both. You don't need to choose. You can hold back, think things through, and then engage into gear, jump forward, and overdo things a little bit. Overdo them. Let's overdo things together. You absolutely can, and try lots of different things, and then find something that you like, and then you go back to thinking things through. How am I going to do it? They work fine together. You don't need to choose. So if this applies to searching for a new home, search, don't tell anybody, and then jump right in, fill in 10 applications in a week, and see, maybe something would happen. 3 of them will say yes. Then you think, worry, decide which one, and then you jump forward with it. You absolutely can combine them, because look at it, it's the same guy. You can be both. So yeah, what have you got?
Yes, so lovely, so lovely. It's very similar about energy as well, because you've got the indecision with the Two of Swords, which apparently is coming out a lot today. The Two of Swords is there, but there's a lovely energy, the Six of Cups, and it's just really reminding me of what you've just said, really, of all of this beautiful roots, these light, bright coloured roots that people aren't seeing. And maybe it's your creative side, maybe there's something you're going to bring to the world, but you're feeling unsure. So it's almost like Inbaal was saying, there's two sort of energies here: the tree, the stable, lovely, wonderful, gorgeous person that you are, and then these roots, these colors, these ideas. And that's on again by the Two of Swords. What's my next step? Where do I need to go? Taking a step back into yourself and work out what's important. And there's a sun there, so an eclipsed sort of sun and moon. But what I pulled an animal card for you as well, and we have the tiger. Again, this reminds me of this, because we've got the orange and the black of the eclipse, and the transformation of absorbing and working with your light and your dark, not good, not bad, like just inner and outer, day and night, and channeling that energy. Now, this is called fire, this card. My favorite line, because I like what they say on these cards, because it gives us some good affirmations. I choose to be unstoppable. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes. My passion is my
What other choice is there?
Well, I know. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. So it's like, if you decide to go, and again, there's 2 tigers on here. You can be the chill tiger. I'm the same. Like, I like just to be sleepy and chill and quiet and go away. And then I'm like, set my head on fire and go out and do these. You can be both of those things. It's absolutely fine. But it feels like the courage to really embody something you want is almost like chomping at the bit at the moment. So maybe you're choosing that path, choosing to be unstoppable, choosing to channel that fire and see what the next step have, without sacrificing, like Inbaal was saying, without sacrificing the side of you that needs to be still or quiet or, in the cave. So it's a really beautiful energy.
Yay, wonderful. And I really love that Two of Swords. I think the Two of Swords is a much maligned card, obviously nowhere near as garbage as the Three of Swords.
I mean, yeah, no one likes the Three of Swords. Well, maybe some people do, but
some people do.
I know.
Some people are really comfortable with like all the swords. I know. But the Two of Swords is that stillness before making a decision. And there's just something very sacred about that stillness before making a decision. I'm taking a moment for myself. Come on, make a decision. Excuse me. In a minute. In a minute. Yes. I am unstoppable. I love that.
And you're valuing you rather than the people. It's just such a special thing, like you're saying, isn't it, to value? What do I think about this, rather than you should do this, you should do that. Yeah,
and even where is it? Even the Rider-Waite-Smith Two of Swords.
I still like that one as well.
Exactly. I'm sure you've heard me bang on about it in the past, but I don't want to wish for things that I can't handle, but in the maddest moments, I would trade places with that lady. Look, look,
I know, I
sitting
love.
by the seaside. The moon is up there, the blindfold, so she can't see any of your garbages going on in the whole world. She's perfectly balanced.
Mm.
I struggle to see what's so bad about
I
it, because
know.
to me, first of all, I love the dress. I know
Yeah,
it's
love
really,
the dress, love being by the beach, love the sea.
yeah,
Only thing is
yeah.
like at my arms would ache after a while, but apart from that, I'm good.
Yeah, but
Carry
imagine how beautiful,
Imagine that,
like
yeah,
your
the muscles you
shoulders.
come out with, yeah.
Yeah, 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 and how strong you would be. But yeah, it's to me, it's such a surprise that this
It's
is
very
a
soothing,
cause.
isn't it? I find it very soothing. Yeah.
Exactly, I find it very soothing. But then I'm also the kind of person that used to not exactly fantasize, but really um, feel like maybe a straitjacket would be an appropriate solution for some problems. Um, Oh, there's a really, really beautiful message from Aquarian Mermaid saying, "Thank you. I cannot tell you just how relevant this has been. Amazing." And the tigers. My invisible friend when I was younger was a tiger named
My
George.
heart. Well, yeah, exactly. He's not invisible. Well, he's invisible maybe, but he's not imaginary. That's one thing. Is I know you know that, but and I feel like he's coming through now to go. I'm still here. Like whatever life stage you're at, I'm still here. Like it's like supporting you when you were a child, when they can be invisible friends, but that energy is supporting you throughout life, and obviously wanting some attention to help you now. I love that.
That's beautiful. And she says that George the tiger has been showing up in the corner of my eye lately.
Oh, I
So
can tell you a quick. I know we've got much time, but was on my birthday a few years ago. I went to a safari park, a canberra one, with my friend, and we were in the tiger enclosure. And I rolled down my window because I really wanted to bust the tiger. and the woman was like, "The lady, can you roll up your window?" And my friend was like, oh my god, this is how you die. This is how you die." I was like, "Yeah."
she didn't even like need to look to the side and see that it was you that rolled down the window. She heard the announcement and was like, I know for
I know
100% sure.
exactly.
I know who would. And I think this is, even if it was like an England size of a safari park, there's perhaps one woman in the country who would do it, and she sat in the car next to her.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
No, that's really, really terrifying. But also, I blame Disney. I blame a lot of stuff, but I blame Disney because, we see Princess Jasmine sort of cuddling her Tiger Raja and,
Would have been fun.
scratching
Would have
him
been fun.
under yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, such a believable story.
Yes.
Realistic.
Why are you shaped like friend if not friend?
Exactly. If not friend, why friend shaped? Very, very good. So we've got a reading coming up for Eve, a
Right.
reading coming up for Sandy, and that will be it for today. Thank you so much for sharing such a lot so far. But yeah, Eve says, I don't know if it's possible, but would love a reading from the Fae Collective. Any message for me they wish to share?
My fairy cards are over here. I just lean over.
Yeah, and I'm reaching for a crystal ball, but
Oh,
I
nice.
love the fact that that something unexpected came up. Neither of us had actually had to move our bottom.
My butt
Every
cheek did that. That's
Exactly. Everything is within reach.
It really
You
is.
know
Yeah.
what? You need a little abundance coin. I've got one there. You need a totally regular Bible in Hebrew. Got it.
Ooh.
Yeah, everything. So the fate, fine.
Right. Do you want to go for? I don't know what's easiest for you with the ball. If I
If anything is easy. Ooh.
look. We love
Oh,
these cards. No, I very rarely use them for people because they're my baby. The ones I kind of use for like. But you've asked for a Fae reading, and it's she of the Cruach, and it's this feeling of this goddess, this energy of creation. I feel like as we're going into winter, it's like the Kaliach. It's like the goddess of winter is inspiring and sparking your own creativity, your own healing. there is something of a real, it's so funny. I'll show the next card in a second because it's going to match what something Inbal's got there. But there's something of this lightening of the energy for you, and a remembering. That's what I'm getting, a remembering of something of who you are. Because recently, Gloominess Doom, he's got a little crystal ball on his hand.
It's like looking in a mirror. Look at it.
And it's just like going, why so sad? Why so sad? There's maybe been things recently that have just brought that sparkle down a little bit. Gloomless Doom is like, whoa, no, and that's not his fault. It's almost just like he's reflecting something of the world that's going on around. And the key for this, I'm being shown, is to take joy in small things in life, to reconnect with yourself and your spark, your power, but literally those tiny things in your day-to-day life. Don't think of the big stuff that might make you feel very overwhelmed and a bit exhausted. Go and find a rock and enjoy a winter walk or whatever makes you happy. The Fae want to connect with you, but they need you to slow down and see things differently for them to be able to really share that healing with you. Nothing like this character apart from the ball.
I don't know. I exist on like 20 hours awake, 4 hours sleep. So the sort of 12:30 in the afternoon me might not look exactly like this guy, but 9:30, much more. Are they fruit cards? Are they brown fruit cards? Oh,
we love them so
and
much.
I thought, wow, let's do some bibliomancy for Eve. And let's see which good fairy, bad fairy we've got for her. Oh, the wise fool of fairy. So some of them have two sides.
We turn upside down. Yes, I love those ones. So clever.
So I'm wanting to look. I'm feeling this for you, and I'm wanting to look at that from the crystal ball. The voice in my head going to me. Profile doesn't flatter you. You can see your second chin. So if you see the panic, you see the panic in my eye because I'm turning sideways.
I thought you were panicking like David Bowie in Labyrinth. Oh, go back, Sarah.
No, this I can do. Go back, Sarah. But let me check her out for you. Right. She's telling you. This one is sneaking in because the crystal ball, glass ball really, kind of flips everything around. So this one is sneaking into the vision. So I'm not going to try and keep it out. And it says to you, you can tell all the stuff, Eve. You can sniff out any kind of mess, any kind of gossip, any kind of naughty business. You can sniff it out, and you can trust your intuition that if somebody appears to you untrustworthy, they are. Go with it. Honestly, I don't want to be negative, but if you don't go with your intuition, you will regret it. Let me be your spirit auntie that says you will regret it. Go with your intuition. Whoever needs to be cut out of your life, I'm handing you the scissors, and I'll help you press the top bit. So I know it's not a very Fae message, not quite as gentle as I thought it might be, but you know the Fae world better than me.
Yeah, they're not too gentle. Though I love that deep healing. But maybe that gloominess one was because there's people that are draining your energy. Maybe that was that sense of that gloop. Kind of that feeling of like being drained, and actually you're going to be turning to your clear true self. Maybe, but it's a beautiful. The singers are my favorites. They just bring such soul healing,
like pure energy.
Yes, yeah.
Like in Cocoon when they finally kind of morph out of their human bodies and they remain sort of clear energy. I love stuff like that. No. Right, we've got one final reading. Right. Thank you so much for being with us, guys and gals, and in-betweeners. So one final reading for Sandy Black.
Now the fairies are out. They're not going back, is all I'm going to say. They're not going to go back. Oh, they're not going to go back in there. They're like, no, we're free.
Let's free. Sandy Black says, a general reading, please, ladies. Let's do it. Oh, I really feel like that Fae thing, because I'm not used to doing it, that sort of left me.
Yeah, they're like, whee, she's opening to us again. Yay.
Yeah, and no, they're sort of tugging on my hair and sort of poking at my tummy, and I'm like, okay, back to the nice tarot that just.
No, I'm like, no, God.
Tells you. You're like, woohoo!
So
Back
Sandy,
nice
so look at that. It matches your profile picture. It's the first card of this deck, and it's called Unity, and it's this absolute bright light, and you kind of channel that energy with your profile picture anyway, this knowing of the beauty. There's such an energy of spark, of creativity, of bringing yourself, the true self, together at this time. Masculine, feminine, all of these energies all combined. Unity is the way. If you take some time at this moment to bring in, connect to the land, to the air, to the fae, to whatever feels right for you, and see what comes from this, because I think it's a real birthing moment of some new ideas. And then I've put animal cards saying ram, perseverance. There's lots of antlers here. We have antlers and we have ram's horns. So it's saying that there's something beautiful, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth pushing. It is worth allowing your true self to be seen and to put your head down and make it happen.
Love it. And just a little bit of tarot magic for you.
Yes.
That tells you that the stability that you're feeling is absolutely fine. The stability that you're feeling doesn't make you staid or boring or older than your years. The stability that you're feeling is the foundation that you need in order to be able to soar, in order to be able to explore everything. So if you're thinking whether to hold on to, say, a day job while you're, a much more exciting person, the day job is what gives you what you need in order to explore everything that the world has to offer for you. So hopefully that's a fun message for you as well. Let me flick through the final few messages before we say goodbye and carry on with our exciting days. I'm trying to do it. Oh, sorry. I couldn't press the thing, and then I pressed the wrong thing. So Tor says show flew by.
Oh, it did.
Lorna is saying yoo-hoo to everyone, and Lorna actually says,
but listening secretly. I love that. We won't tell anybody.
And you've got like the real picture there as well, just in case the boss of Scouts the YouTubes.
We saw nothing, Lorna.
Aquarius. Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Aquarian says, thank you so much again, ladies. Have a beautiful day. We've got some lovely emojis from Moon Moggy John, and some lovely messages from everybody. So thank you everybody for joining us. When does your online retreat start, Laura?
Next Friday, so there's plenty of time to join. It's 9 days, but you get all the magic forever, so you don't have to do it in the 9 days. You can do it over if you get time for Christmas and you want to do that, or the New Year, you can do it then as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. We will see you next week, where we get to have our psychic brunch with you again.
We shall, and a second breakfast.
That's it. Bye.